Are you struggling to speak English fluently? Do you find yourself hesitating or feeling unsure when trying to hold a conversation? Don't worry, you're not alone. In today's episode, we'll dive deep into practical, easy-to-follow methods for improving your English speaking skills every single day. No matter your level, these tips will help you build confidence and fluency over time. Stick with me until the end because we've got some great interactive exercises that you won't want to miss. Part 1. The importance of daily speaking practice. Speaking English every day is the key to unlocking your fluency. Imagine trying to learn how to swim without ever getting into the water. It's the same with learning a language. If you only read or listen, you won't develop the muscle memory needed to speak naturally. Here's why practicing daily is essential. Consistency builds confidence. The more you speak, the more comfortable you'll become with expressing yourself. Daily practice helps reduce fear and hesitation. Improves pronunciation and accent. As you speak more often, your tongue and mouth adapt to the sounds of the language, making your pronunciation clearer. Boosts vocabulary and grammar recall. Speaking forces you to actively recall vocabulary and grammar rules, solidifying them in your memory. Real-life application. When you practice speaking, you're preparing yourself for real-life conversations. This will help you become more responsive and adaptable in everyday situations. Now, let's move on to some actionable steps you can take to integrate English speaking practice into your daily routine. Part 2. How to practice speaking every day. 10 effective strategies. Talk to yourself. You might feel silly at first, but talking to yourself in English is one of the best ways to start. Whether it's narrating what you're doing, "I'm making breakfast now," or thinking out loud, this will help you form sentences naturally. It's a stress-free way to practice without worrying about mistakes. Shadow native speakers. Shadowing means listening to native speakers and trying to mimic their speech as closely as possible. You can do this with TV shows, movies, or podcasts. Pause after each sentence and repeat what you hear, focusing on the rhythm, tone, and pronunciation. Over time, this will help you develop a more natural speaking style. Use language learning apps. Apps like HelloTalk, Tandem, and Speakly allow you to practice speaking with native speakers. Many of these apps have voice messaging features, so you can send and receive messages in English. This way, you'll practice speaking and get feedback from fluent speakers. Record yourself speaking. Recording your voice is a great way to track your progress. Pick a topic, record yourself speaking for 1 to 2 minutes, and then listen back to identify areas where you can improve. You'll notice your strengths and the areas that need work, like pronunciation or sentence structure. Daily conversations with a language partner. Having a language partner can drastically improve your speaking skills. Whether it's a native English speaker or someone who is also learning, make it a habit to talk to them daily. Apps like Conversation Exchange can help you find partners worldwide. Set up short calls where you practice speaking about different topics. Join English speaking clubs or groups. Many online communities, such as Meetup or Facebook groups, offer language exchange clubs. These are great opportunities to meet other learners and practice speaking in a supportive environment. You can also find local clubs or language cafes where people gather to practice English. Engage in online forums and discussions. Platforms like Reddit and Quora have communities where you can ask questions and participate in discussions. While this is mainly a writing exercise, it will help you structure your thoughts, which directly improves your speaking ability. Turn your thoughts into English throughout the day. Challenge yourself to think in English instead of your native language. For example, while walking to the store, think about the items you need in English, or plan your day in English. This mental shift will prepare you for real-life conversations. Use prompts for daily speaking if you're unsure what to talk about. Using prompts is a great way to get started. Pick a topic, such as your favorite movie, a recent event, or a hobby, and try to speak about it for a few minutes. You can also use websites like ESL conversation questions to find topics and practice forming answers. Imitate real-life conversations. Watch conversations in English TV shows or movies and imitate them as if you're part of the scene. By imitating real-life dialogue, you'll learn how to handle common situations and use natural phrases and expressions. Try acting out different roles for variety. Part 3. Overcoming the fear of speaking. One of the biggest challenges for English learners is overcoming the fear of making mistakes. But here's a secret: mistakes are part of the learning process. Focus on communication, not perfection. Remember, the goal is to communicate, not to speak perfectly. Native speakers don't always use perfect grammar, so don't worry if you make mistakes. Celebrate small wins. Each conversation you have is a victory. The more you speak, the more confident you'll become. Even if it's just a short exchange, you're making progress. Surround yourself with supportive people. Whether it's friends, family, or an online community, surround yourself with people who encourage you and make you feel comfortable practicing. Let's move on to a crucial aspect of language learning: interactive exercises that you can do daily to build your fluency. Part 4. Interactive speaking exercises for daily practice. The 5-minute monologue challenge every day. Pick a topic and talk about it for 5 minutes. You can talk about your plans, describe something you saw, or share your thoughts on a recent event. Set a timer, and speak continuously for the full 5 minutes. This exercise helps you think on your feet and form sentences quickly. Role-playing scenarios. Create role-playing scenarios for yourself, like ordering at a restaurant, asking for directions, or making a doctor's appointment. Imagine the conversation and speak both parts out loud. This will help you get comfortable with everyday conversations. Repeat after me. Find short English dialogues or phrases and repeat them out loud. This exercise is great for improving pronunciation and learning new vocabulary. Try to copy the intonation, stress, and rhythm of native speakers as you repeat. Describe your surroundings wherever you are. Take a few moments to describe what you see around you in English. This exercise helps you become more comfortable forming sentences on the spot. For example, if you're in a park, you might say, "The trees are tall and green. Children are playing on the swings. It's a sunny day." Answer hypothetical questions. Practice answering what-if questions. For example, what would you do if you won the lottery? Or what would you bring to a deserted island? These questions encourage creative thinking and help you practice speaking about abstract ideas. Use flashcards with phrases. Create flashcards with common English phrases or expressions, and practice using them in sentences. For example, one card might say, "Could you help me with?" And you could practice forming sentences like, "Could you help me with my homework?" Or could you help me find this address? Part 5. Setting up a daily speaking routine. Creating a daily routine is crucial to making sure you practice speaking English consistently. Here's how you can set up an effective daily routine. Morning routine. Start your day with English. Begin your day by speaking in English. Whether it's talking to yourself while getting ready or listening to a short podcast, make English part of your morning routine. Midday check-in. Speak during breaks. Use your lunch break to practice speaking. Call a language partner, talk to yourself, or join an online conversation group. This midday practice keeps you engaged and helps you build fluency over time. Evening routine. Reflect in English at the end of the day. Reflect on what you did in English. Talk about your day, what went well, and what you learned. You can also plan the next day in English, which helps reinforce your learning. Weekly progress check. Every week, record a short video of yourself speaking about a topic. Over time, you'll see how much you've improved and identify areas for further practice. Part 6. Common pitfalls and how to avoid them. When practicing English speaking, it's easy to fall into certain traps. Here are some common mistakes learners make and how to avoid them. Not speaking enough. It's easy to rely on reading and listening, but remember that speaking is just as important. Make time to practice speaking every day, even if it's just for a few minutes. Overthinking grammar. While grammar is important, don't let it stop you from speaking. Focus on communication first. Grammar can always be fine-tuned later. Not using new vocabulary. When you learn new words, make sure to use them in your conversations. The more you use new vocabulary, the more natural it will become. Avoiding difficult topics. Challenge yourself by speaking about complex topics. This will help you improve faster and expand your vocabulary. Conclusion. Your path to fluency. By incorporating these daily practices, you'll notice a big improvement in your English speaking skills over time. Remember, fluency doesn't happen overnight. It's the result of consistent practice and effort. The key is to stay committed and make English a regular part of your daily routine. Whether you're talking to yourself, engaging with a language partner, or recording your progress, every little bit counts. Final encouragement. Keep going, you're closer than you think. Fluency is a journey, not a destination. It's okay to make mistakes, stumble over words, or forget vocabulary. Every time you practice, you're building a stronger foundation. By following the tips and strategies we discussed, you'll not only improve your speaking skills but also boost your confidence and enjoy the process along the way. Now, it's time to take action. Set a goal for yourself. Whether it's speaking for 5 minutes today, joining an English-speaking group, or recording a video. The more you practice, the closer you'll get to fluency. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to get notifications of our new videos. Also, comment below for more videos like this, and check out the playlist on the end screen. Thanks for watching. For today's challenge, choose one of the strategies we talked about and practice speaking for 5 minutes. Record yourself or find a conversation partner and see how much you can improve by the end of the week. Let us know in the comments what strategy you'll try first.